Congratulations. Judging by your actions in the cage afterwards, you were pretty excited to get this done the way you did tonight. So what is the emotions like for you right now?
I mean, hey man, can you blame me? But the emotions, they're all the emotions that I planned to feel 2 years ago when I had that first fight, and this is my third time. So it's just like every emotion I have, it's just excitement, just like calling them, letting it set in, and I'm just really pumped, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to go back to work again, and for my new boss.
Yeah. I'm sure if you could pick your own journey through life, you'd have gotten in the first time, right? But I mean, that said, now that you're here, do you look back on that 2 years and say, you know what? Maybe I did grow here. Maybe this was good for me. Maybe there was something beneficial about having to battle back to here.
Oh, definitely. And if it's not beneficial over the years, just quit, give up, because you can't just let anything like that derail you. And if something as weak as that derails you, an actual loss, that's going to be a hard thing to process. But, I'm a fighter. I fight through adversity. I fight through, anything that comes through my way, whether it's a bad call from the judges or the fact that Dana looks at you in the face and say, you're not good enough. And I think that's that type of inner realization that makes you grow.
Talk to me about your mindset getting there, because, every time you fight, you're going to be in there with somebody bigger than you, right? He was a lot bigger than you. Is there like some kind of mental trick you have to get over it, or do you welcome it? Do you think, oh, well, I'm going to be faster? What do you do knowing that everybody's going to be bigger than you?
Well, now that I got this contract, first off, the reason why I dropped down to 185 or up to 185 is because I had trouble cutting down to 170. When I was cutting down to 170, I weighed around 205, 195 to 205. I had eaten every meal like it was my last. So it was the fact that I went up in weight that my dietitian or my dietary habits changed, and I was able to control my eating habits when I didn't have to cut so much weight. But now that I know how to lose weight, I mainly don't eat meat, so that's been helping me to drop a lot of weight. If Dana wants me to fight at 170, I'll go there. I feel like I can. But to answer your question about fighting at 185, there is a mental trick. You let yourself feel that fear like you do before every fight, and then once it builds up to a point, you just say, man, you're being a little bitch, and that's the trick, is just, be honest with yourself. Be honest that I am the smaller guy, but I got heavy hands, man. I think I proved that tonight. You see how big that Joker was? He was 201 today, a regular UFC sized fighter. I stepped in the cage. He had ripped abs, Brazilian, like BJJ monster. I was scared, he had high pressure in all his last fights, and I think every time I step in the cage and I face a bigger man, a little bit more strength leaves with me.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. I know it's a big moment, but now fighting in the UFC is what it's really all about, right? So give me an idea. I imagine you got out of there pretty unscathed tonight. So in an ideal world, what's your debut look like? Do you have a date in mind? Do you have an opponent in mind? What does this look like?
Fight Island seems pretty cool. I hear they're going on over there for 4 weeks, and I know there's a little rest time that the doctor said I had to go through, but like you said, unscathed, man. I think, and that's another point to say, fighting these big guys. I went out there, look at my face, look how pretty I am right now. I don't plan on that changing.
What's up, man? Just going back to this bigger, smaller weight class thing. I know you want to be your own person, your own fighter, but do you look at someone like Kelvin Gastelum, who everyone said, should have been a 170, and he's gone up to 185 and had loads of success? Do you look at names like that and think, see, it can be done?
Oh yeah, and look at the first name in the game, one of the pioneers, Frankie Edgar. He fought at 155, then dropped to 145, and now he's at 135. I don't even think I'm at that big of a weight gap. I can't make 155. I can't drop 2 weight classes like him. I look at Calvin. I like to say he's a motivator, but hey, we might be fighting one day now. So I give him much respect, but I'm coming for everyone.
You've done this process a couple of times, right? And so, even after a finish like that, was there still something in your head being like, I thought I had it the other 2 times, and now I don't? Was there still something in your head just playing on you?
No. I'm not gonna let any of my past experiences take away from my victory tonight. I'm only gonna let it gain from him, And like I said with the other question, I've grown so much mentally and physically, and I think that helped with those two previous experiences, saying like, I can't just take this guy down to the ground. Wow, I'm a wrestler at heart. I mean, from the beginning, I can't just take him down and do a performance like that. And it took Dana's hard criticism to change that about me, you know. And the other fight, like, I can't just win by decision. I won all the cards on the line, and again, that came from that hard criticism from the judges. So I take what I have experienced and I only grow from it.
Cool. And last thing for me, have you heard Michael Bisping's commentary of your finish yet?
A little bit of the post fight, but I didn't. Like, are you talking about actual during the fight?
During the replay of it.
No, I didn't. What did he say? Can you tell me out?
I would recommend watching it for his own delivery, but he was basically, you know, the guy's called RoboCop, and he was like, abort, mission abort.
I love Mike Bisping, man. He's a great guy.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.